as a diabetic, I can't purchase disability or critical illness insurance. And to be honest, those are the things that I really want to buy, but I can't. Pay attention to your insurability and make sure that you are proactive in getting an insurance contract. There are 8 things that could affect your future insurability. Number 1 is mental illness. This is a touchy subject, but if you have ever felt depressed, anxious, been on medication, that could affect your life insurance approval. Alcohol and drug use. Certainly in Canada, the underwriters have taken a very different approach over the last few years in terms of cannabis and marijuana use. However, large amounts of use on a daily basis may exclude you from being approved from a life insurance contract because of some of the other risks. I'm not really talking about the couple of beers a week or a few on the weekend, or maybe you have a glass of wine with dinner as part of your family tradition. But statistically, that still may affect your approval, especially if you have other issues in your health. Your smoking status may or may not, depending on the rest of your health, may or may not affect your ability to purchase a life insurance policy, but it may affect the price that you pay on that life insurance. Interestingly, if you're a couple of times a cigar a year, you're not going to be affected by pricing. Also, if you're an occasional cannabis user, you're also not going to be affected by that pricing. Family disease is another issue. For example, if your father or mother contracts cancer, God forbid that should ever happen, or has diabetes or has a stroke, those things could affect your insurability based on family history. If you have not yet been diagnosed as a diabetic, and I'm not saying that everybody is, but certainly I got surprised. My personal story was that I applied for life insurance and found out that I was a diabetic before I was even diagnosed by my doctor. Obviously, that led to a surprising revelation in my health and a change in my habits. So for me, it was actually a benefit that I originally got declined for life insurance. I cleaned up my health and I moved towards a state of being where I was healthy enough that I would be approved for a life insurance policy. Where are you traveling? For example, if you're traveling to dangerous areas of the world, they may exclude you from being covered in those destinations, or they may decline you at all. Before I get to my last point, I want to make sure that you've liked, subscribed, and followed us here on this YouTube channel and also at IBCanadagroup.com, and have spoken to an individual on our team to help you decide whether infinite banking is right for you. Dangerous sports may be either a decline or a exclusion in your life insurance contract. For example, do you race motor cars? Do you bungee jump? Do you scuba dive? Especially, are you a highly trained scuba diver? Do you parachute? Do you go backcountry skiing? All these activities lead to a higher incidence statistically of passing away. Life insurance companies might potentially see that as being a risk. Whatever the reason that you decide that you are going to purchase a life insurance policy, make sure that you work with your professional insurance agent to help you be recognized as the healthiest type of individual given your circumstances.